Here's 10 things you didn't know about Justin Jefferson. Number 10. In his final year at LSU, Justin Jefferson was an absolute superstar on the field, winning the Biletnikoff Award, which is basically like being named the king of college football receivers. But hey, have you seen this guy play? He's got some great skills, and he can run precise routes, make amazing catches, and basically do all the things that make a great receiver. And he did all of that while playing for one of the best college football programs in the country. He earned it. It's no surprise that Jefferson was then drafted in the first round of the NFL draft by the Minnesota Vikings. And let me tell you, he did not disappoint. He set a rookie record for receiving yards in a single season, and he was named to the Pro Bowl and All-Pro teams. That's pretty impressive for a guy who's just starting out in the NFL. But back to his college days. Winning the Biletnikoff Award is no small feat. There are a lot of great receivers in college football, and to be named the best of the best is really something special. I'm sure Jefferson was thrilled to win that award, and I can only imagine how proud he must have felt to represent LSU in such a big way. Number 9. Can we talk about Justin Jefferson's rookie year with the Minnesota Vikings for a second? Because holy cow, this guy came into the NFL like a boss. He set a rookie record for receiving yards in a single season, racking up an impressive 1,400 yards in 2020. Think about that for a minute. That's a lot of yards. It's pretty clear that Jefferson wasn't intimidated by the big stage of the NFL, and he was ready to make his mark right from the start. And what were those amazing catches he made during that rookie season? There were a few times when I was watching a Vikings game and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was like Jefferson had glue on his hands or something. He just made it look so effortless and easy. Number 8. Did you also know that Justin Jefferson is the youngest of 4 siblings, and they're all athletes too? I mean, talk about a competitive family. I can only imagine what their family get-togethers must be like. Probably filled with a lot of trash talking and friendly competition. But seriously, it's pretty cool that Jefferson comes from such an athletic family. It makes sense, though, when you see how talented he is on the football field. I'm sure his siblings were a big influence on him growing up, and they probably pushed him to be the best that he could be. I wonder if any of Jefferson's siblings have also gone on to play football at a high level, or maybe they just pursued other sports. It would be interesting to find out more about the rest of his family and their athletic careers. So keep watching to find out. Number 7. Not only is Justin Jefferson a football superstar from an athletic family, but his brother Jordan played quarterback at Louisiana State University. It's like football runs in their blood or something. I can't even imagine how much fun it must have been for the two of them to play together at LSU. There would have been times when they bickered and fought as any siblings would, but I bet you they also had a really special bond on the football field. Besides, LSU is one of the best college football programs in the country. So for both Justin and Jordan to have played there, it was a pretty big deal. It's clear that the Jefferson family knows a thing or two about football. Number 6. Did you also know that Justin Jefferson wasn't even recruited to play wide receiver when he first joined the Louisiana State University team? No, he was originally recruited to play safety, but it turns out that he was just too darn talented to stay on defense. I guess it's not all that surprising when you think about how versatile Jefferson is as a player. He's got speed, he's got agility, he's got great hands. I mean, he's the total package. So it makes sense that the LSU coaches saw something special in him, even if it wasn't immediately clear where he would fit in on the team. Once they realized what they had in Jefferson, there was no looking back. They made the smart decision to transition him to wide receiver, and the rest is history. Number 5. Now, can we talk about Justin Jefferson's love for the New Orleans Saints for a second? This guy is a true Louisiana boy at heart, and he's not shy about showing his support for the local team. But hey, who can blame him? The Saints are a pretty awesome team, and they've got some seriously talented players on their roster. And one of Jefferson's favorites is wide receiver Michael Thomas. It's easy to see why Jefferson admires Thomas so much. After all, he's one of the best receivers in the league right now. And I'm sure that Jefferson has learned a lot from watching Thomas's game and studying his technique. Even with his love for the Saints, Jefferson is still 100% committed to the Minnesota Vikings. So let's all raise a glass to Justin Jefferson, a Louisiana boy with a love for the Saints, a talent for football, and a bright future ahead of him in the NFL. Number 4. Alright, let's talk about something we can all relate to. Video games. Turns out Justin Jefferson is a bit of a gamer himself, and he's got some serious skills when it comes to Madden and Call of Duty. For the record, I'm not surprised. The guy is talented in just about everything he does, so why not add video games to the list? Who doesn't love to unwind with a good video game session after a long day? Right? It is cool to think about these guys as real people with hobbies and interests outside of football. Sure, they're incredible athletes on the field, but they are also just regular guys who enjoy playing video games like the rest of us. Number 3. You know you've made it big in the NFL when you get your own personal motto, and that's exactly what Justin Jefferson has done. The motto in question? All in. And he's even got a tattoo to prove it. I have to admit I love the idea of having a personal motto. It's like a little reminder to stay focused and committed to your goals even when things get tough. And for Jefferson, all in is the perfect phrase to sum up his approach to football and life in general. I can just picture him looking down at his tattoo before a big game, taking a deep breath, and reminding himself that he's all in. It's the kind of mindset that separates the good from the great, and I have no doubt that it's helped Jefferson to become the incredible player he is today. Even with all that focus and dedication, Jefferson is still a fun-loving guy who knows how to have a good time. I mean, you can't be all in all the time, right? Number 2. Jefferson has a close friendship with fellow NFL wide receiver DK Metcalf of the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, I don't know about you, but I always get excited when I hear about two big-time athletes becoming friends. These guys are both incredible wide receivers in the NFL, and they've struck up a pretty tight friendship off the field. I can just imagine them hanging out, swapping stories about their craziest catches and most intense games. It's not just a casual friendship either. These two guys have each other's backs. When Metcalf was going through the draft process a few years ago, Jefferson was one of the first people to reach out and offer his support. Even with his competitive spirit, it's clear that Jefferson and Metcalf are true friends who genuinely care about each other. So let's raise a toast to the bromance of the century, Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf. And at number 1, let's talk about the power of positivity. Justin Jefferson is one of those rare athletes who's not only insanely talented, but also just an all-around good dude. He's known for his humble demeanor and team-first mentality, and he's always quick to praise his teammates and coaches in interviews. Don't get me wrong, I love a good trash-talking athlete as much as the next person, but there's something so refreshing about Jefferson's approach. He knows that football is a team sport, and he's always focused on doing whatever he can to help his teammates win, even if that means sacrificing his own individual stats. It's pretty rare to find an athlete who's both humble and insanely talented, but somehow Jefferson manages to pull it off. He's a beast on the field, but he's also just a down-to-earth guy who's grateful for every opportunity he's been given. So let us all take a page from Jefferson's book and remember to stay humble and team-focused, even when we're crushing it in our own individual pursuits. Because at the end of the day, it's not about personal accolades. It's about the relationships we build and the impact we have on those around us. Looking for over-the-top spending by your favorite celebs? Go and watch other celeb videos on our channel. From luxurious yachts to private islands, we've got it all. So why not check out our other videos and indulge in some celebrity extravagance? You won't regret it.